cybersecurity doesn't guarantee wealth or riches. Yes, I said it. But hear me out before you start castigating me. Most adverts and most people on social media, they've painted tech as a guaranteed wealth maker. But that's not true. You're probably wondering why I'm saying this, even as a person that self cybersecurity training and helps people build careers, successful ones that matter. And I've helped people make multiple six figures in this field. You're wondering why I'm saying this now. I'm saying it because it is the truth. Whether you want to agree with me or not, there are so many other fields, or maybe quite a few, where six-figure salaries or riches, or if that's your definition of riches, is almost guaranteed, especially after a few years of paying your dues. Fields like medicine, investment banking, even law. These are places where that after a few years of paying your dues, you're guaranteed to be making six figures, even multiple six figures in most countries. But cybersecurity or tech, for that matter, is not one of those fields where anything is guaranteed. This field is very performance-based. We're really looking at what you can prove, who sees you, and how you translate your skills into the right outcomes that businesses and people are looking for. When I say it doesn't guarantee you wealth, that's what I mean. And you can even make money, and this is the topic for another day. What you make is not what gives you wealth. It is what you make of the thing that you make. We'll get there. I'll tell you. So in this video, we'll just, at the end of it, we'll arrive at 3 key things you can start to do to position yourself for the kind of numbers that you're looking for. And in my experience, I've seen senior managers, people that have been in this field for over a decade, but they've never, and I mean never, made six figures. They don't even know what it smells like. And I've worked with so many people. I've seen so many people, even outside of our training program, start their careers with minimum 120K. We have people that have started with about 200K. That is their first type 2 job in this field. You'd wonder what the difference is. This is not like any other career path. I'll tell you, tech is not like any other career path where your years of experience or the years in the field determine how far you go or how much you make. No. You can start today, and in 2 months, in 3 months, you're making more money than people that have been in this space for over a decade. That is how this field is. It is about positioning. It's about performance and positioning and who sees you. That is the key. Now let's get to it. What should you not do in this field? And I'll try to read this out. Certification. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't chase certifications, but you have to focus on the right ones that matter to you. And there are ways around that. Don't just pack 10, 15 certifications because everybody else is doing CSMP, CEH, and what have you. I'm not saying the certifications do not matter. No. I'm saying you have to do the ones that matter to you and the path you're chasing in this space. And don't get me wrong, there's no part of cybersecurity that cannot give you the kind of money that you are looking for. Again, it's based on positioning. I know people, this is another step. I know people, and I've worked with a lot of people, that they are not even known in their organization. Let's talk of outside of their organization. If you're not known, you cannot make money. I'll take that one. If you're not known in this field, and the right people cannot see the value that you bring, you cannot make money. And I mean it. You cannot. Some people are doing so much work, they're just focused on their computer, but no one sees what they're doing. No one sees what they're doing. Even in the organization, not talk of going out there to talk about the things that they are doing. You can't go far. You can't go far. They can't give you, you can't get, if you don't, they can't see your results. If they can't see your results, they cannot compensate you appropriately. And if you cannot put your story together to show the value that you bring to the table, no money will come. I always say this: money follows value. If you're not creating value for others, they cannot pay you for what they don't know that you are creating. I heard something this morning. I said I'll put it in this video. And just I'm not a Christian, but I believe I'm a believer. Like I believe in the scriptures. I believe in God and all of that. But that's not the case here. What I'm saying, they said what I heard said, God made us in His image. We know that God is a creator. If God made us in His image and He's a creator, it means we should be creating things. We should be creating value. If we're creating value, we're creating results. That's where the money will come from. If we act like God Himself, yeah, I don't know. If we act like God, we will see great results and we'll be known for it and we'll make money from it. Let's take that. So if we're made in God's image, we know that we have to be creating things, value, results for others, solving other people's problems. That's where the money comes from. Now, doing more doesn't exactly guarantee results in this field. You can't be doing so much work. Oh, I'll do more. I'll take on every task. And then hopefully, someone will notice me. No, nobody will notice you. You have to toot your own horn. They've said it enough. You have to tell your own story with your own mouth, with your own hands. Tell your own stories. That's where the money comes from. That's where people will notice you. That's where people will call you to come and solve the exact problems for them. Because trust me, with the things that come easy for you, others are struggling with. They will pay you 6 figures, 7 figures to solve the problem that they have. And you'll be surprised how much money you can make solving the problem you're already solving. That comes easy to you because it's a problem for them. It's a multi-billion-dollar problem for them. They'll pay you to solve that problem. Now, let's talk about what actually works. You have to focus on outcomes. You have to create value and not just, oh, I'm solving this problem. I'm creating new tools. I'm creating new policies. To what end? Why do you need that? Why does your company need that policy? What does it help the company do? What is the outcome? What is the end result for the company? What you would call return on investment. Some would call it return on security investment, ROI or ROSI. That is what you have to focus on. What is the end goal for what I'm doing? Those are the outcomes that you are creating. Those are the things that will make up the story that you will tell. And you have to tell that story using the right lingo. It doesn't matter what your title says. You have to use the right lingo so that the right people understand what you are saying. And when you focus on outcomes, business outcomes, leadership would notice that because you're speaking the language that they understand. Those are the things that get you noticed. And when you now take it outside of your organization and you start to tell that story to the outside world, I'm not saying breach your NDA. No, that way you can tell stories of the things you're working on without breaching NDA. But you're putting it out there, you're telling your unique story, the world will notice you. And I'm not saying go and become an influencer or then you're getting 1,000 likes, 1,000 comments. If that comes with it, that's good. But then even without that, the right people are noticing you. The right people are the ones that will not come under your post to comment, but they'll send you a message privately to, oh, have this problem, can you help us? How can you get on this project with us? What would you take to get you on a project with us? So that the kind of people you need. I'm not saying go and become an influencer and then the world be getting 1,000 views, 1,000 likes and all. That can come, and that also brings its own, it also has its own merits and all of that. But put the right content out there for the right people to notice you so they can come into your DM and offer you the opportunities that are not even in the job market. Those are the ones that pay the most. Now, 3 practical steps that you can start to take right now. Audit your current work for security value. Remember, you have to be a value creator. Look at the things you're doing right now. I'm not saying look at your job title, forget about the job title. Look at the job you're doing right now and find the security related things that bring business outcomes. That's where to start from. Now, you have to start creating positioning statement for yourself. But this positioning statement would be like what they will call like an elevator pitch. Just one sentence that states who you are, the problem you're solving right now. I help businesses reduce dash risk to help them do dash business. I help businesses achieve PCI DSS at the annual PCI DSS compliance to ensure that they can meet their revenue goals for the year. If a company that is doing $100 million a year, $200 million a year through credit card, see that and you put in content out there that shows that you have solved this problem for others, they'll reach out to you and say, okay, yes, we need to get this certification done this year. We need to get our compliance done this year. Can you help us? And that becomes a consulting gig for you. You're charging them what? 200,000 for a job you don't have to sit 40 hours for. They will gladly pay it because doing that means that they would achieve that $200 million goal at the end of the year because they need credit card processing. If they can't get that done, it means they'll be in trouble. and a lot more trouble than not just doing business. A lot more trouble. A lot more trouble if an incident actually happens. See where value creation, where money follows value. See that. Now, the other thing I have to say is you have to change your circle of people, or circle of influence, as some would call it. You have to look at people that are already doing the things that you can do, or the people that are already seeing the results that you want to see from the things that you can already do. Build a community of people like that around you. I know, don't just go to them asking for, I need help, I need help. Just even being in their circle, listening to them talk, understanding what they are doing right, so you can emulate that. You have to first. Someone said something today that before, if you see someone you want to have similar results as they have, you have to listen to not just what they do, but how they process things. Their mindset is the first thing. Understand their mindset, how they solve problems, how they break things down, how they solve problems, which comes from their mindset. The mindset leads to what they do, because if you're emulating what they do without understanding their mindset, you'll miss a lot of things. You would understand how they come up with certain solutions. You're just following what they're doing. But if you understand their mindset, you're able to then do the things that they do. And then before you know it, you start emulating their results. Because certain things don't happen by accident. Certain results don't happen by accident. They follow a certain pattern. And that's what you have to study. So change your circle, be in the midst of people that are achieving the result that you want to achieve, so you can start to understand their mindset and they start to do the things that they've done to achieve the results that they have achieved. So those three key things would help you position yourself, just like anything in life, would make sure that whether you're in tech, cybersecurity, or any other field, you can achieve the results that you need to achieve. You can build the wealth that you want to build. Remember, be a creator, create value, find the value in the things you have right now. Tell your story, have a positional statement, and tell stories that relate to that. And find the right circle for yourself, the right community of people achieving the results that you want to achieve. So you can have the mindset that they have and start to do the things that they are doing. So you can start to see the results that they are seeing. Once again, my name is Dr. Mukhtar Lasisi. I'm a cybersecurity consultant, and I've helped some of the biggest companies in the world achieve big results, which of course have led to me making big money in that space. So until next time, say bye for now.